Welcome to News Daily on Tuesday the 10th of February. As ever, I'm Jeremy Spake. Cairo-based Egyptian flag carrier Egyptair became the latest airline to welcome the Airbus A350-900 into its fleet yesterday, when it took delivery of the first of 16 A350s it ordered from the Toulouse manufacturer back in 2023. The aircraft has a two-class only configuration, seating 30 business and 310 economy passengers, and will be used to serve the airline's US West Coast and North Asian destinations. Canadian Airlines were amongst those that were forced to cancel flights to Cuba yesterday, following the announcement by the Cuban authorities that they had run out of Jet A1 fuel for foreign carriers. The shortage has been caused by the arrest of former Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro by the Trump administration back in January. Cuba relies on Venezuela for its fuel supplies, and this has now effectively dried up. Trump has threatened anyone breaking the embargo against Cuba will face sanctions from his administration. The Cubans are no strangers to sanctions, so will now have to get creative to find a solution. In the meantime, its national airline Cubana will have access to the limited supply of fuel left on the island. Vietnam Airlines has announced the introduction of 3 flights per week between its Hanoi hub and Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Flights are due to commence on the 16th of June and will operate Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays using their Airbus A350 aircraft. We do like their livery around here, it's rather stunning. As Syria tries to rebuild its aviation infrastructure following its civil war, its fledgling government will be delighted that Saudi low-cost carrier Flynas has signed an agreement to establish a new airline based in the beleaguered Arab nation. The joint venture between Flynas and the Syrian General Authority of Civil Aviation and Air Transport, blimey what a mouthful, will be branded as Flynas Syria and will be 51% owned by the Syrian Authority, with the remainder held by Flynas. The carrier hopes to serve destinations across the Middle East, Africa and Europe. What this means for Syrian Airlines is unclear at this time. But one strategy might be to develop its flag carrier as a long-haul operation only, which is equally as important to Syria as it re-establishes itself in the international arena. Let's hope that this doesn't spell the end for Syrian, as it's 78 years old this year and it has survived many a storm over the years. AirAsia X is reported to be planning a return to the UK market later this year. Whilst details are still somewhat thin on the ground, we are led to believe that the airline will recommence daily services between its Kuala Lumpur base and London Gatwick from late June. It is rumoured that these flights will operate via Bahrain using the carrier's A330 fleet. We will keep an eye on developments from the Malaysian low-cost carrier and include any firm details in a route special bulletin when the schedule is known. And finally, even after 40 years in the aviation industry, I accept that every day is a school day, and that's certainly true when it comes to the celebrations that have recently taken place at Japan Airlines in Tokyo. Captain Fuji has the unique distinction of becoming Japan's first ever female commercial airline captain, and we are delighted for her. What made this a school day moment for me was the fact that it's taken until 2026 for this event to happen. I remember the likes of Lynn Rippermeyer becoming the first female captain to command a 747 all the way back in 1984. So you'll have to forgive me for being somewhat shocked that Japan has only now welcomed its first female captain to the skies. We of course wish Captain Fuji many happy hours aloft, and are certain that she will become an inspiration to other Japanese women wanting to sit in the left-hand seat. Congratulations to Captain Fuji. That's all for today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care.
Tune in tomorrow when we'll be bringing you the latest news from the commercial aviation world. And don't forget to subscribe to Air News Daily.